Welcome back. Today I'm going to teach you guys what failing to raise money taught me. Maybe I'll do a video later of what raising money taught me because I had both instances as a startup and as an entrepreneur. I want to stage this right for you guys tonight. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm going to tell you a story of when I went and I've written over 200 business plans for clients. I've worked in Wall Street, in the penny stock sector, on the stock exchange. I know exactly what it takes to raise money, right? Well, at least I thought. So I'm going to rewind now from where I am today to what I think was about 8 years ago now. First year of law school. I just finished working at the New York Stock Exchange for the summer. I want to frame this right so you guys get the right picture. I have a business plan in hand after working pretty much a week at the New York Stock Exchange, and no disrespect to them, they were actually a great company. They were a fantastic company. And so was Merrill Lynch that I worked at. They were really great. They trained their employees really well. They paid them really well. So they were a great culture to work for. But working in a cubicle, it made me want to lose my mind. So as most entrepreneurs, and they were actually shifting. They were ahead of their curve, letting employees work from home, which I'm sure they're doing even more now. But my point is, I didn't want to work there. I had a business plan in hand, and I go to law school, and I say, I'm gonna write this business plan. I'm gonna get funding, and the smartest people are gonna be around me, right? So I was convinced here that when I went to law school, the smartest people were gonna be around me. I was just gonna be able to grab them and get what I need, as long as I got funding. As long as I got funding. This is what I kept telling myself, right? Nick, you just go there, write an awesome business plan. You know exactly what to do. You know how the numbers make sense. I mean, for goodness sake, you graduated business school with a degree in finance. Perfect paper, man. I had my first business plan, how to write a business plan book when I was, I gotta say, 8th grade, so 13. Perfect business plan. I go there, I had 50 copies printed out, and I give them to every Wall Street banker there. I was in a suit, and I come home. I follow up, get nothing, no bites, no takers. This was my winter break, my first year of law school. Fast forward to my second year of law school, everything that I was asking for money. So when I went there, I think I asked for like $100,000, and I said I need to get my team together, I need to get my websites built, and I had this vision that I was gonna create a services company, a real estate company, and a products division where I sold products, right? And I went there and I said to them, this is what I'm going to do. Didn't get any biters. A year later, I had managed to get employees. I had convinced a bunch of my friends in law school to come on board. Not employees, but they were definitely partners in a sense. They came on board. I built the websites myself because I didn't have the money. So I had to figure out how to build websites. So I built the websites, and I was convinced now that I had made so much progress, I was going to go get some funding. So now I feel like I'm worth $1 million, right? Man, shit. Got a board of directors. They're all in law school. Sorry, guys, I'm half watching TV. I really should shut this off because I really want to get this point across. But I'm in law school, second year now. And what happens? I think I need a business plan. I think I need to go get money. I think I need to get funded. I have my websites up, and a lot of them are e-commerce situations. So I realize I'm making money. I'm starting to make money, So I said, oh man, this is lovely for investors. So I go back. I have my business plan printed. Go back to another Wall Street conference in New York City during my second year of law school. And I go there and I tell them, look, this is what I have. I'm going to build a land holding company here, and I had built a website for that. And I said, I'm going to build. I already have the employees, but I'm going to build an e-commerce company. I have the websites for that, and I need $1 million so we can scale this. So we can start buying land, so we can continue to buy product to put on the e-commerce sites. And I had this whole use of proceeds section, right? How I was going to spend their $1 million, and no bites. Fast forward to year 3, there's no bites. Yet I had still managed to buy land. I bought land. And I bought, I had an e-commerce product selling. My e-commerce business was booming. I didn't have to buy product. I focused on drop shipping and arbitrage. And my services company was booming as well. I was taking on what would be now, the beginnings of really my most robust business, which was my consulting business. So my point is, after 3 years, this was an aha moment. All of a sudden, the light bulb went off. Like I was struck by lightning, man. This was insane, right? And what hit me was that every time I went to these conferences, I didn't say I need $1 million to make this happen. I never said I needed $100,000 to make this happen. This was subconscious. What I would tell them was this was happening, and your $100,000 would make this happen faster. This is happening, and your $1 million would make this happen faster. I had already decided in my mind that that was going to happen, and it was like a light bulb went off in my brain, and it made me realize, and it's something that I still live true today, which is when you tell people what you're gonna do, right? When you tell people what you're gonna do, not what you got planned on doing, not what you're thinking about doing, what you're gonna do, it happens. It happens. And if you're friends with me on Facebook, you'll see I posted up a picture where I went to that. So that summer, after I realized I had this light bulb go off in my head, I said, I'm gonna tell the world what I'm doing. I'm going to tell the world what I'm doing. So I went back to Wall Street with a sign, and I asked for $10 million. I think it was. It was like $10 million. And I kept I just stood on the corner, and I screamed to these people that this is what I was going to do with their $10 million. And in my head, what I had realized, and I had told one of my partners this and my mother this at the time, and I told them, I said, look, I realized something. I said, when I go and I tell somebody I'm going to do something, and I have a plan, and I've made up my mind that I'm going to do it, whether the money comes or not, it's going to happen. And I realized that the human capital and your creativity is more important to making your things, to getting the things done on your business plan list, to acquiring the things that you need on your business plan list than money ever will be. So anyway, that was an aha moment. That's really what I realized about trying to raise money, was that a lot of times you don't need the money. You just need the right resources, right? You need the right pieces to the puzzle. When I was developing the property in New York, not having the money, or as I develop, I should say, the property in New York, not having the money really forces me to think outside the box. I traded trees. They cut down trees on my property, a few trees on my property, cut that down to get the reclaimed wood that I built the cabin, the tiny cabin from recycled material, right? So that material cost, I averaged that material cost probably would have cost me $5,000 to $10,000. The material that I got probably for about $1,500, what it took me in gas. It takes me about $200 in gas to get there and back. My point is that I probably saved $9,000 of what I thought I needed. So again, that's what I realized about when you think you need capital. It's not that you need capital. You're gonna get something done, and you need the resources. You usually need the people. Sometimes the people come with money, but the best people come with that little extra that can actually accomplish that piece of the puzzle, as opposed to just the capital. Because most of the time, when you need money, when you're raising money, all you're doing is you're going to raise money. You're going to give it to somebody else to do something. If you can find that somebody else, or that maybe that technology or that software that already does that for you, your business is going to grow, and you're not going to ever need to raise capital. And that's the second thing I learned really from going in and failing to raise capital, is that from a business standpoint, if you go to business school, they tell you write a business plan, go look for an investor and scale the business. You don't know what you're doing at the beginning, and not having the money actually allows you to grow more sustainably, especially at the startup stages. But what it made me realize is, focus on revenue, and you'll never have a problem with money. I don't have any problems with money or raising capital. If I need to scale that money, I go to the bank. That's what banks are for. Banks have the money, So as long as you have the capital and you raise your business the right way, and you have the assets to leverage off of in the future, you'll never have to worry about raising money. And the truth is, money will chase you. Now the VCs love profitable deals, so those are the only deals they want, So that's what I learned from trying to raise money. I just had a big aha moment that if you try something, and you go out there and you tell them you're actually doing it, and you don't care about the money, you're just going to get it done. The path kind of weaves itself. The water makes the river, the river bend in any way to make sure that gets done. So Hope this was useful. Subscribe to the channel. I'm just documenting my journey as an entrepreneur. Those were 2 aha moments. And again, what I learned from not raising money on Wall Street.